quick survey. How many of you knew exactly what you're going to eat or cook for dinner tonight when you woke up this morning? Good, good.
I wasn't cooking.
How many of you know exactly what you're going to cook for dinner for the next 5 nights? Well, we can work on that. Maybe? All right, well, we can work on that. Sorry. Well, I don't know about you, but I like to eat. And I really enjoy sharing meals at home with my family and friends. And I know a lot of you feel that way as well. In fact, according to a recent survey, they found that 72% of those surveyed felt a closer connection to their family when they shared a meal together. And 48% of those felt a closer connection to their spouse or significant other when they shared that meal together. Unfortunately, time constraints and other issues often make it difficult to make a dinner at home, whether it's cooking for your family, arranging food with roommates, or just cooking for yourself. Sometimes it just seems like too much work, and we end up going out to dinner or just getting takeout rather than cooking something healthy at home. So let me tell you about Vicki. Vicki is married. She and her husband both work full-time, and they have 2 adult children. It's just the 2 of them at home, so they have plenty of time, but meal planning is still a challenge. They can't decide what to eat, they don't have the ingredients, so they end up just going out, or when they do cook, it's the same meals over and over again. My situation is similar to Vicki's in some ways, but it's also different. My husband and I both work full-time. I'm taking classes in the evening, and we have 2 very busy young children. Same thing. We didn't have a lot of time to eat. We had busy schedules, so we ate the same meals all the time, or we got takeout. We just continued on this way, and we really didn't think anything of it until we realized we had to make a change for our daughter. Emily is a swimmer. She swims 4 times a week, an hour and a half each day. She started having trouble in school, and with her practices, she just couldn't finish. She didn't have the energy to make it through her day. And we realized pretty quickly that we had to change the way that we were eating. We needed to have, but with our schedules, we needed to find a solution that would work with our busy lives, but provide our children with the nutrition that they need. I'm sure a lot of you have the same kind of concerns. You have busy schedules, but you need to eat healthy. And time issues, resource issues can be a problem. For Vicki and her husband, as well as me, my family, Fresh 20 was the solution to that problem. Fresh 20 is a meal planning service that provides you with the tools you need to make 5 nutritious and delicious meals each week while saving time and reducing your food waste. So let's start by talking about how the Fresh 20 works. Every week, a new menu is posted to the Fresh 20 website. That menu includes a full shopping list, all the recipes for 5 meals, as well as a prep list. There's also different meal options available for different needs. My family subscribes to the classic menu. Each recipe is made to feed 4 people, and there's a seafood recipe and a vegetarian recipe every week, so out of those 5. They also have dairy-free, gluten-free, kosher, vegetarian, and they even have meal plans for 1. And every recipe includes the serving size and the nutritional information. So if you're watching what you eat in your calorie count, you can know exactly how many calories will be in your dinner, so you can plan the rest of your day around that. Sounds pretty good, but you're thinking, I just do not have time to cook. Well, Fresh 20 also saves you time. The shopping list that you're sent is based on just 20 ingredients. So 20 ingredients for the whole week makes your entire menu. You need a few pantry items like olive oil and things like that, but those are things you usually have in your kitchen. So 20 items for your entire menu. The list is also organized by department. So when you're in the grocery store, it's organized in how you would walk through the grocery store. So you're not going back and forth because you forgot all of these things. The menu is also designed for efficiency. There's a prep list that's included when you get it. And that prep list are all the things you can do ahead of time to save you time during the week. So for us, we tackle the prep list on Sunday. That includes chopping the vegetables, cooking rice, marinating meat, whatever is involved that week. But you do it ahead of time so that during the week, when you're ready to cook those meals and you only have half an hour, everything's already cooked or chopped up in the refrigerator, just throw it together and you're done. Also, the primary protein for the week is usually used in 2 meals but cooked all at once. How that works, a couple weeks ago, steak was the main protein. On one day, we cooked a meal and we had grilled steak and we ate that for dinner with rice and some vegetables. And we saved the other half, and that made steak nachos later in the week, which was a really quick, fast meal that my kids loved. So in addition to saving time, Fresh 20 will also help you reduce waste in your kitchen. In the United States, about 25% of the food and beverages that are purchased are thrown out every year. In addition to that, the cost to the U.S. family of 4 is approximately $1,300 to $2,200 a year in loss of just food that's wasted. Having shopping lists and meal plans helps you to plan accordingly when you go to the grocery store. You're not buying things that you don't need. And using the Fresh 20, you're shopping for all the ingredients you need in one trip, and you're shopping for only the ingredients that you need. And at the end of the week, your refrigerator is empty. Vicki, who I talked about before, she said that it's amazing the way that this works, that at the end of the week, that the recipes use all 20 ingredients, so they're completely gone by the end of the week. Her cupboards are bare. And it just makes it so much easier to plan because she's got all of that gone. And the recipes also are for 4 servings. For her, it's just her and her husband, so when they cook, they dish out the 2 servings that they need, and then the other 2 they put away, they pack for lunch, and so they're using up that food, but it's good for the next day as well. So as I said earlier, food is supposed to bring you comfort. It's supposed to make you happy. It's not supposed to be stressful. By using the Fresh 20, you get the tools you need to make the 5 delicious and nutritious meals every single week while saving time and reducing your kitchen food waste, and you know exactly what you're going to make for dinner for 5 nights each week.